All right, Shalom. Call Halayim La, Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, Bashem Rakakwadash. Double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone who rule well that taught me this truth. And salutations to the elect, Labakarium, Yuakim, Wakthium, you brothers and sisters out there, all right, who worship the Lord, Yahweh Shemi Hawashai in all sincerity and truth. You brothers on the four corners of the world, pushing the truth, this doctrine with all righteousness and sincerity, man. Okay, to the saving of your souls, all right, unto salvation, unto the end. Okay, to you I say Shalom. Um, coming back at you with another video, and I just wanted to do this real quick through the spirit, going in the matter of how the how our elders, in the flesh, have failed us. Okay, and when I say elders in the flesh, I'm talking about the old heads that we got in our families, man. Our grandmothers, our grandfathers, all right, our aunts and uncles and stuff like that. That's up there in age, and they wasn't able to teach us anything, well, to teach us righteousness, man. Okay, whether they had a sense of righteousness, all right, because the scriptures say, you know what I'm saying, Jake has a zeal of the Most High but not according to knowledge. So they may have some experience, all right, they may know a little bit about the scriptures, they may have a little bit of history and stuff like that, but they failed us in not knowing the whole truth and the whole matter of the cause concerning the power of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, man. All right, in the power of the scriptures, what it really means to have the Rakak Wadash, which is the Holy Spirit in the Hebrew tongue. Okay, because children are impressionable, so everything that we learn in our youth in this world, all right, it stuck to us, it clove unto us, and it damaged us, but it didn't damage us ultimately, because what we in the truth today, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai, all praises, right? So I wanted to start off with the book of Proverbs, chapter 22, verse 6. It says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Okay, because when you get taught the law, statutes, and commandments, or when you get taught anything in general, like I said, it cleaves unto you. Okay, you become everything that your parents have put out. Anything that your parents, your grandparents, or whoever is around you, are your elders, your gates, okay, have put out, man. All the energies and stuff like that, because children are extremely impressionable, man. Okay, you people naturally remember a lot when they was a child, and that's what causes them to become the people that they are when they get older. Especially if there is no reproval, especially if there's no correction, especially if there's no substance. This is why you got, what I'm saying, like bug outs out here. This is why you may have people who just know how to manage money real good. You know what I'm saying? They have a strong sense of, what I'm saying, a dedication. All right. This is why you got some workaholics out here and stuff. All of this stuff that we have unto ourselves, we gained it in our childhood, man. Okay. This is why it's important to have the scriptures around. Okay, because if you saw your mama or your grandmama or your daddy or your granddaddy, when you was growing up smoking cigarettes and blunts and drinking all heavy and stuff like that, you might, there's a good chance you'll become, because you witnessed those habits. So as a child, you're gonna think it's okay, even though they hit you with the whole, you know what I'm saying? What is it? Do as I say, not as I do. You know, and that's what me personally, that's what my grandmother used to hit my sister and I with, because she was always smoking cigarettes, and she was just like, you better not smoke when you get older, it's bad for you, in XYZ and stuff like that, man. you know and like I said, it's just when you're a child, because you're so impressionable, you witness it, and then when you get older, you might perform. There's a good chance you'll perform it. All right, so this says, train up a child in the way he should go, and when he is old, he will not depart from it. Yeah, so looking at our elders, you know what I'm saying, and our grandparents, and the extreme aged in the flesh and stuff like that, man. They a lot of them is just bugged out, man. They just bugged out. They don't have, they can't really retain any more knowledge. You know, so if you try to bring the truth to an old head, okay, somebody in their 60s and 70s and stuff like that, they're gonna look at you, they're gonna look at you like you bugged out. You know, they're gonna be trying to tell you, well, let me tell you something about the Lord and yada 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 and so on and so forth. This is they always do it. It never fails, man. Okay. Um, let me get this in the book. Matter of fact, hold up, because I want to get this scripture, man. You know, Judah mourneth. Oh, I said Judah, Salakia. Jeremiah 14:2, it says, Judah mourneth, and the gates thereof languish. They are black unto the ground, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Okay, it says Judah mourneth. Okay, Judah, the house of Judah. Okay, all of Israel is grieved, man. Okay, the house of Israel is grieved, and it says in the gates thereof languish. Yeah, are lacking, man. What are they lacking? Wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Okay, and that word gates, it represents the elders, man. It represents the elders. So all of the prophets of old and stuff like that, the knowledge and all of the experience and stuff like that they were supposed to teach us, okay, is languishing, man. It's lacking. Okay, and it says, and the cry of Jerusalem is gone up. Why? Because our people is losing knowledge, man. At that time, our people was losing knowledge. You know, Yahweh Shem Al-Shah said he was going to take away our heritage, and that's exactly what he did. You know, because we went off serving other gods. Okay, so he put us into captivity, and in this captivity in particular, he took away the understanding of who we were as a people. So that's why now we're calling ourselves black and African American and niggas and whatever else byword and proverb Jake calls himself, or whatever else the people call us, man. Okay, because the gates languish, man. All right, they don't have anything to give to the people. This is why our old heads. This is why I say our old heads have failed us. All right, our grandfathers and grandmothers in the flesh have failed us, man. All right, let me get this in the book of Job. And this video really just started off with this whole scripture, man. I was just thinking of it, and I was just like, dang, man, it's crazy, man. Like, we was really supposed to have all of this knowledge early on, man. But if that was the case, then we wouldn't have to worry about a captivity, you know? 32:9, Job 32:9. It says, great men are not always wise, neither do the aged understand judgment. Like I said earlier, man, that's why when you get around, if you try to bring the truth to the old head, they ain't gonna know what you're talking about. They just gonna tell you what they know, man. You ever start talking to an old head and they just won't shut the hell up about whatever it is that they're talking about? Because they're extreme in age, man. All right, they don't understand right from wrong. They too busy they only know right from wrong as being subjective. But righteousness and wickedness is not subjective. It's objective. Okay? Per the law, statutes, and commandments of Yahweh Shemi Hawashai. They're gonna try to tell you, and this is why we get, you know, and I'm gonna just use this as an example, man. This is why we get our sisters, okay, our younger sisters, are the young women in the nation of Israel being harlots, man, because what? The mother or the grandmother or the aunt be like, girl, date them all. Date them all until you find somebody you like. You know? You got mothers and daughters out here talking about, you know what I'm saying, like penis sizes and how a man needs to treat you, but never how you should treat a man. And then especially not according to the scriptures. Okay? So that's just an example, man, okay, of the aged not understanding judgment. You know? Great men. All right, our grandfathers, our uncles, our own fathers, you know, they'll teach us the ins and outs of the birds and the bees, and you know how you pick up a woman, you know how you should talk to a woman, you know, give her the flowers, or whatever. This is how you beat it up, XYZ, so on and so forth. Okay? But they will hardly ever tell you how you be successful as a man. You know, how to acquire wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, how to acquire money, how to tie a tie, how to tie your shoes, how to walk as a man. Okay? But all of those, everything that I just mentioned, all of those is in the scriptures, man. Okay? Basically, you know, not word for word, but basically knowing how to be righteous, knowing how to be a man. All of that is in the scriptures. You know, the scriptures is the true doctrine. It's a blueprint on how to live in society, man, or how to live life, how to rule the world, how to have a upright and righteous society, man. Okay, because every society is supposed to have rules and regulations. Let me get this in the book of Sirach, chapter 42, verse 8. It says, "Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish, in the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young. Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men living." Yeah, so just because, you know what I'm saying, you try to bring the truth to an old head and stuff like that, they don't understand. The scriptures say, "Be not ashamed." So it's not your fault if they don't accept it, man. And brothers see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? An old head come up to the camp, you know, "Well, let me tell you about this," and and all this other nonsense, man. All right, because they're senile. All right, they're senile. That's the word. They're senile. Let me let's look up the word senile, man. It says, "Of a person having or showing the weaknesses or disease of old age, especially loss of mental faculties." And the example they got there, she couldn't cope with her senile husband. Yeah, they start losing their mind. And what they always say, man, what you always hear in the world, you know, when you start getting old, the first thing to go is your mind. And it's true, man. It's true. Okay. Well, yeah, that was pretty much the point on that. It says, "Of a person having or showing the weaknesses or diseases of old age," man. So it's just when you draw near your deathbed, man. When you getting closer and closer to death, you know, this is why you start. This is why this is why the elderly start getting, you know what I'm saying, like bodily complications. Okay. This is where all the health complications kick in. Okay, because they're senile, they're extreme in age. All right, they can't learn anything more. All right, they've languished, they're tired, their bodies are tired, their minds are physically tired. Okay. It says, "Be not ashamed to inform the unwise and foolish," and that's what brothers are doing through the spirit all the time. Okay, we gotta do that Isaiah 58:1, man. You know, show Jake his transgression and Israel his sin. Okay, roughly paraphrasing. It says, "In the extreme age that contendeth with those that are young." You see old heads and young cats arguing all the damn time, man. You know, "Well, let me tell you something, old head," and yada yada. And it's gonna be one of those forever battles as long as we're in Babylon. But we ain't gonna have to worry about that shit no more in the kingdom. It says, "Thus shalt thou be truly learned and approved of all men living." Okay, Yahweh Shem Shah approves of this, man. Okay, because when you distributing wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Okay, that's pleasant to Yahweh Shem Shah. That's pleasant to all men. You know, people respect the truth, contrary to how they act. And things of that nature. People respect the truth. They don't like it. You know, a lot of people don't like it. You know, that's always going to be true, but people respect it. You know, people would honestly rather you be honest with them than to, you know what I'm saying, like draw back or hold your words. Okay? It's better to be straight up with people, you know, using discretion. You know, there ain't nothing wrong with being honest, but, you know, have discretion, because the scriptures tell us we have to be gentle and be at peace. with the people. All right. Let me get this in Luke 5. Start at 37. All right. And this is Yahweh Shai speaking, red letter, and it says, "And no man putteth new wine into old bottles, else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish." Okay? Senile. Senile. That's the word, man. Okay? Let's go back to it. Senile of a person having or showing the weaknesses or diseases of old age, especially a loss of mental faculties. Okay? This is why you can't put new, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, man. All right, you can't put the new wine into the old bottles. All right, because their head gonna explode, man. They're gonna go off and start talking crazy. They're gonna start trying to reprove you and rebuke you, but they can't. Okay. It says, "Else the new wine will burst the bottles and be spilled, and the bottles shall perish," man. Okay. Going into these false prophets and pastors, these old heads out in the world, okay, that should have been teaching us the truth, but here it is, we out here teaching them, teaching the whole world, really, you know. Verse 38, it says, "But new wine must be put into new bottles, and both are preserved." Okay, so don't be stuck in your ways, man. All right, because the majority of the brothers in the truth is young. All right, and we have our elder fathers, our spiritual fathers, which is the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. Okay, the real elders. All right, they waking brothers up through the Spirit every day, man. All right, and we doing the same thing. All right, we're following in their footsteps. All right, because we still young. The spirit is on us. All right, the spirit is on brothers heavy, man. You got brothers going to camp two times a week and stuff, man. Probably even more. Pushing up videos twice a day. Some brothers 3 times a day. Whatever the case is, man. All right. So new wine, new wisdom. All right, new knowledge, new understanding. Okay, must be put into new bottles. All right, so you got to be a sponge in this truth, man. Okay, and that starts with having a contrite heart. A broken heart, so that way Yahweh Shem Shah can sup with you. The Lord loves a contrite spirit and a broken heart. All right, because the Lord is so confident that He can heal you, man, and that's exactly what He does every single time. So if you hearken unto this word and you don't feel spiritually elevated or healed or lifted, then there's something wrong with you. Okay. If you in the truth and you depressed, then the spirit ain't know you, man. All right. Verse 39, it says, "No man also having drunk old wine, straightway desireth new, for he saith, the old is better." Okay. And you could latch this onto the gatekeepers of the Old Testament. All right. They still believe in the law. All right. You seen it on the scene with Yahweh Shah. You read about it on the scene with Yahweh Shah. You seeing it today with the Sakari. Okay. They said, the scriptures say, "For he saith the old is better." Yeah, the old law, man. It's all about the Old Testament. It's all about the keeping of the law. All right. And the old law, the Old Testament is a complete stumbling block to these guys, man. That's why they tripping and falling and leaking abominations, man. All right, because they keep preaching that you can get saved by the old law, but you can't. And they not even keeping the whole law, the old law 100%, man. Nobody can. And the elders have told them, not tried, Salakia, have told them over and over and over. The scriptures have told you guys over and over and over, man. Okay? We're being saved by faith. All right? So that new wine is is cracking these old bottles, man. Okay? These stubborn niggas, man. Okay? Let me get this. in the book of Proverbs, going back to the book of Proverbs, the 20th chapter, the 29th verse, it says, the glory of young men is their strength, and the beauty of old men is the gray head. Okay, the glory of young men is their strength. All right, because when you younger, you got a lot of vigor. Okay, let's look that word up too. Physical strength and good health. Okay, effort, energy, and enthusiasm. Okay, and like I said, the majority of the brothers in camps teaching the word of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, be it in GMS or any other Israelite camp, are young men. Okay, brothers be out there snapping, man, on fire. All right, filled with the Holy Spirit, man, the Rakak Wadash going crazy, man. Okay, they brothers got vitality. All right, physical strength, good health. That's why we're able to raise our voices like trumpets. Okay, and declare war, tell the world that war is coming and things of that nature, man. All right, because we're filled with vigor and vitality. All right, we're strong physically and spiritually. More importantly, okay. So that's the glory of a young man. Okay, his strength, his vigor. All right. It says, and the beauty of old men is the gray head. Okay, gray representing the wisdom, man. Okay, the wisdom and the stress that came with in obtaining wisdom, the stress, the experience that came in with obtaining wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, man. Okay, the beauty of old men is the gray head. You know, so when you see a Jake out there, you know, in the streets, okay, and he got, you know what I'm saying, like a bunch of grays and stuff like that. You look at him and just like, damn, he looked like he got a lot of wisdom on him. You know, like he looked like he got a lot of knowledge. Yahweh Shah has white woolly hair, okay, full of wisdom, man, full of knowledge and understanding. Okay, let's go back to the book of Sirach. Chapter 6. I'm going to start at verse 18. It says, my son, gather instruction from thy youth up, so shalt thou find wisdom till thine old age. Okay, going back to Proverbs 22:6, man. Train up a child in the way he should go, and in his old age he won't depart. All right. Again, everything starts in the house to begin with. Okay, so when you training up your children in the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, they won't depart from it when they get older. Okay, now granted, you know, if you got a young child now, we don't got that much left in this captivity, so you know, don't be thinking you could start, you know what I'm saying, the kingdom on this side, you know, for yourself and your own family. It's like, nah. We all going, you know what I'm saying, get on to the other side, and then we'll be able to properly do it. But you got brothers in the truth who do have children, and they are in most cases able to train their children up in the ways of Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You know what I'm saying? Teaching their children the Hebrew tongue. You know, and that's beautiful. You're not going off if you're doing that. Of course not. You got brothers who give who make garments for their kids, man. You know, like I said, teaching their children the Hebrew. Okay, so it starts with gathering up the instruction from when you're young. All right. Verse 19, it says, come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth, and wait for her good fruits. For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon. Okay. It says, come unto her as one that ploweth and soweth. All right, so you got to work your field, man. You gotta work your field. You gotta till the grounds, man. Okay? Of wisdom. You know? You gotta sow it and then reap it up, man. All right, sowing meaning uh understanding the scriptures through the law, statutes, and commandments. All right, through Yahweh Shai, okay, which are being saved through him by faith. Okay, understanding the dark parables, the grave sayings. All right, understanding the proverbials. Okay, understanding reading the stories, so that way you can have more faith boosters. All right, learning the Paleo Hebrew, the Lashon Kodash. All right. It says, "For thou shalt not toil much in laboring about her, but thou shalt eat of her fruits right soon." All right. So when you all nice and ripe, okay, when you get the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you start to become more ripe. Okay, you start ripening. All right, you start to become good for harvesting, man. Okay, and Yahweh Shem Shah is always gonna put us to work. All right, he always putting us to work through the Spirit, man. You know. Verse 20, it says, "She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her." All right, the scriptures say, he that wandereth out of the way of understanding shall remain in the congregation of the dead." All right, so that's why you got a lot of stubborn, stiff-necked ass jakes out here, scoffers and scorners, all right, who are unlearned, all right, and they reprobates. They will never be able to get the truth or understand the truth or receive wisdom. Okay? Because it says what? She is very unpleasant to the unlearned. He that is without understanding will not remain with her. Okay, so if you choosing to block out wisdom, or maybe the Lord just gave you up to a reprobate mind anyway, you won't be able to receive wisdom and her ripe fruits, or her good fruits. You won't be able to till your land. All right? If you have a reprobate mind. Okay? Let me get this and continuing on in Sirach. You know, it's a lot of life lessons in Proverbs and Sirach, man. You know that these are two of my favorite books, if I'm being honest. You know, it's a lot of life lessons. You know, it's a lot of stuff that I wish I would have took heed to early on, man. You know? But you know, all brothers feel like that, you know? Um and that's the point of integrity, man. Just continuing on, man. Just keeping it together. Integrate. Verse 3, Sirach 25:3, it says, "If thou hast gathered nothing in thy youth, how canst thou find anything in thy age?" Yeah, so if you didn't learn it, going back to the old heads in the world that failed us, if you didn't learn anything when you was young, how are you gonna understand or find anything in your old age, man? Okay, so if you didn't get this wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, you know what I'm saying, when it was presented to you, all right, what makes you think you're gonna understand anything later on? All right, because like the word I brought up earlier, vigor. When you're young, that's when you're more spongy, man. You're more impressionable. You're more open to trying new things. You're more open minded. Okay. Verse 4 says, "Oh, how comely a thing is judgment for gray hairs, and for ancient men to know counsel." Okay. It says, "Oh, how comely a thing is judgment for gray hairs." Yeah, it's good to have a good judgment, man, righteous judgment of Yahweh. Right, the righteous judgment is always of the scriptures. Okay, it says for gray hairs. All right, so this is why we look to our elders and the apostles of Great Millstone, because they have excellent judgment, man. Okay, it says, "And for ancient men to know counsel, to know counsel." Okay, to know how to judge certain matters, to make a decision, a precise decision on whatever matter. Okay. It says, "Oh, how comely is the wisdom of old men, and understanding and counsel to men of honor." Okay, how beautiful is the wisdom of old men. Okay, again, this is why we reverence the elders of Great Millstone, which are the true elders of Israel, man. All right, because they teach the word, and they put brothers in a place. You know, It says in understanding to counsel, understanding and counsel to men of honor. Okay, that's why we got to continue to give double honors to the elders and the apostles of Great Millstone. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna get the scripture and I'm gonna close out. Count worthy double honor. All right, maybe they put the U in it. 1 Timothy 5:17, it says, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. All right. So that's straight, clear cut to the point. To all of you off Israelite camps and you niggards who only look out for yourselves, okay, and teach it for filthy lucre's sake, and we'll talk about some, we gonna get saved by the law, by performing the law, okay? The scriptures say, let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor, okay? Double honor, because these are men in the flesh, just like Yahushua was, okay, who followed Yahushua in the ancient world, okay? And who got up off their asses to go out to the highways and hedges, even in their age now, and still be able to push this truth fervently, man, with diligence, okay? Especially they who labor in the word and doctrine. Do the elders not labor in the word and doctrine? Okay? Come on, man. Get out of your asses, man. All right? You scoffers and scorners, you off Israelite camps, you false prophets, you wicked scribes and Pharisees. All right? Get out your damn feelings, man. These are the men of the Lord. Stop playing around. Okay? But I really ain't even intend to make this video that long. You know what I'm saying? This is just the spirit was on me, man. Okay? Let the elders that rule well be counted worthy of double honor. Stop playing, man. All right? But with that being said, I want to go ahead and give all honor, glory, and praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Rakak Wadash, Shalom.